What's up, my legends? It's Scion, and as always, if you like what you see here, please hit the like button at the end of the video. You don't have to do it right now, but do it at the end of the video if you like it, or if you want to continue to see other stuff on the channel, you can sub as well. Follow me Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. We're just gonna get right into the video now. This is pretty much how to not end up stuck in this game, and I didn't see anybody else talk about that. And there's a lot of different things that keep you from being stuck, so we're going to talk about all of them basically. So the very first thing that comes to mind is stage progression, and I have certain tiers of stage progression where I'm at and what I haven't done, because I haven't played as much today as I did yesterday. I had other things to do, other games are coming, and I couldn't just focus all on just this. But what rank am I, like 20 or 21? 20, almost 21. All right. So it comes a point to like around stage 4 where the game starts getting a little bit harder on you. So what I suggest you actually do, you don't have to actually do this, but I suggest you go back to hard, which is pretty much like, just go back to the first stage and go deal with, the hard mode. The hard mode will take you back to a certain power level. See, 9,243. Most of the time when you're at chapter 4, you're somewhere around the 20 to 30, the 30,000 on the CP rate, maybe even higher if you're a pay to win player, or min max and something like that. But you're between that particular range, and stuff starts hitting really hard. And I'm going to show you how to deal with some of that in a second, but we're going to talk about this right now. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to go back to hard mode. Now the cool thing about hard mode is it has the introduction into the affinity system, which you have the characters here on the bottom. As you can see, this is going to refresh in 6 hours. So these characters are probably going to change out to other characters, which is good and bad. It's good because you get a chance to mess around and go after other characters. Now you see right here, if you get far enough in the affinity, if you go all the way down to the bottom, you can actually get the character at 3-star right here. But he's a pretty good tank that you pretty much get for free. Well, technically not for free, because if you're going to go all the way down here to this affinity, this is a lot of grinding, which means you're going to have to use a lot of what is it called, Aeon or whatever it's called. You're not doing that naturally. So the only way that you can do that is actually using your in-game currency or spending, and even then there's a limit on that. You see, I've already bought this already today, and it says sold out. So I'm going to do another one that's 250. That's basically 85% of one summon, or close to 90, if you want to go ahead and actually do that. You can also use your basically your friend points and stuff like that. I didn't want to do that because I'm still gauging what I want to use on my friend points on, so I still have them right now. So maybe in the future I'll do stuff like that, but for now I'm not going to do that. But if I want to get 550 more, I got to spend that 250 right there, which is actually not a bad deal. Do that, you'll be fighting for a long time, which is probably what I'm going to do in the future. Right now I'm probably going to not summon after this video, so that's Spore I'm going to be summoning this video at the end, but not right now. We're going to be doing 4 summons in this video, 410 summons, that is. Now with that said, you can go in and you get quest. Now I have already done the quest for her, as you can see right here. It's 36 or 36. I already did that already, which gives you more affinity on top of that, and you farm items at the same time, so you can actually get a lot of affinity down. You probably won't max out the character for the day, but you can take out a lot of it in one day at the expense of all of your Aeon and pretty much get a good chunk done. You probably get down to like maybe level 10 or something like that. So that's a case you want this character or you want the free stuff, you can go after doing that. All right, so there's also I'm sorry, I didn't mean to actually click in it. It's also, there we go, hers is at 1.8, and again, if you want to go after her, she's all the way down here as well. And you see I've done that. I got to Affinity 6. I'm not that interested in Michelle, so there's that. But In the next zones, you may have another character that you might be interested in. Like you see, like a Baron J right here. But the quests are for, I believe, Lisa Rose, which again, I'm not that interested in Lisa Rose. I already have her. And Catherine, and I already have her as well. So I'm not really that interested in her. However, it's not a bad thing to actually go through it if you have the Eon to actually waste to go on doing this, because you get all the free rewards right here, which stack up over the course of time. So let's keep that in mind. And also, this is a nice way to get you power, free things that help you along, and push up your CP. So if you're stuck and you need to gain power and get stuff on your computer, get stuff on your characters, like that'll help you out. Now, all right, so the next thing we want to talk about is ways to get past content that may be a little bit harder than what you're used to, because the hard curve in this game comes fast. It's like you're on a little cliff, and then all of a sudden you off the cliff, and it's just hard. You're about to die. So what you need is a debuffer, basically, or a buffer. Some people go buffer, some people go debuff, some people do both, and I'm like, how brave. But what I went with is one, and I went with Reina. After thinking about it, after looking at the characters that I had, it just works out better for me this way. Now, what Reina basically does, I don't have any gems with her because I just recently put her up, but what Reina does is she takes people out of the fight, and she does decent damage. It's not super crazy damage. She does decent damage. Now, her second skill is restrain. You can do it to one target, and it'll make the target literally be too slow and go to the end of the round. So if you got 3 characters there and you hit one of them with the clockwork and the restrain, now that enemy will go at the end of the round. So if you have a healer or something else, you need to recover any type of damage and stuff like this before they start attacking again, that one enemy will be at the end of the line now, and you'll be able to get a heal out over that one enemy. The other enemies will probably attack, but that one enemy will be pushed to the back. Bear Doll basically stuns. So pretty much when you do this, it hits everybody, and she has the chance to stun everybody basically for 2 turns, and then they just don't do anything, which is good. And it's a good chance. It's 75% chance. So, definitely something good for that. Then you have the chance, as you can see out here, one lands a crit, removes a random buff, and inflicts spell, causes confusion. So you want to get crit on this girl, because that'll allow her Bear Doll help to actually stun a lot. Not stun, what? Her Bear Doll help, which hits everybody, to actually do confusion on top of the stun. And that, as you can see right there, it doesn't say any percent, so that's just gonna happen if she crits. All right, so let's go in so I can show you in motion. Now this fight is particular, and I saw in particular that people were complaining about stuff in here, and everything in here you can't auto. And then there's chances that you can get through perfectly, and there's chances that you won't get through perfectly. And the problem is that it's just really random the way that the enemies attack, and they're gonna hit somebody. So what you can also do is the next thing that we're gonna talk about after this, but we'll talk about it now. Bring in a friend. So in most cases, I'll bring in a friend that's a tank, because I usually lose somebody in the front line. And the highest one we have left right here is Adhere, which is a name. So we're gonna rock that out. All right, so what we want right here is we want them not to focus on somebody, because if all 3 of them focus on one target, it might be GG. Now it come close to being GG for him right now. And there's just nothing you can do about that. It's just that they're gonna do that. Nothing you can do first round, anyway. Unless you take out one, basically. Alright, so they spread it out. So hopefully we don't get a crit. And we're okay now, because now Reina is gonna get to attack everybody. Alright, so she killed one, and now he's confused. So we're not gonna worry about him. We're gonna attack this guy over here. And you see that, you know, pretty much the damage that they caused me. Okay. And we're just gonna do this just to... we're just gonna go for killing you. And now right here what we can do is we can get souls. He's still dizzy. We don't really need to expend anything right here. Just keep gaining souls, and what I'm gonna do right here for the next round, we're just gonna heal everybody up and then put shields on. So now going into the next round, they have to bust through our shields. But I can just go ahead and bring in a burn right here. We can go ahead and try to do this, which causes the paralysis. So, and it's an AoE on top of that. We got one over there. He's not doing anything. And we're going to force all of the damage over to homie right here. So even if they do something, they're going to have to deal with that. And I'm not going to heal. We'll just go for damage. And now I can do this again. Now, those of you who are used to Dizzy from Epic 7, this is pretty much the same type of thing. I'm pretty much just screwing the fight. Basically right there, there's like controlling the fight so they can't really do anything. And again, like I said, sometimes they can just, which is why you saw like in these two areas in this zone, I had 1 stars because they focused one character. I still controlled, like, you know, the fight and everything else like that, but pretty much the same way like this. And you can actually do this with CP stuff that's higher than you. All you have to do is just control the fight and hope they don't focus. If they focus, then, you know, bad luck. And you want to come back in again and try to do it again with a 3-star. But you can necessarily do this with any debuffer that takes somebody out the fight. They do restrain, if they do sleep, they use stun, you know, confuse, anything like that that a debuffer can do that can take multiple targets out of a fight, or even one target out of a fight, will make it easier on you overall. So that'll help you out. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the Zodiac. All right, so here we go. All right, so the Zodiac, you want to actually have max to whatever your account level is. So you see, I can't do anything else with this until I get to account level 25. I've already done up to 20 now. This is all maxed out. As you can see, maxed, enhanced, everything going on right there. This is part of your stats. This is universal stats, so you necessarily have to pay attention to this. And, you know, it's not a lot to really say about it other than make sure you have enough gold to actually do it. That comes from farming, and we're going to talk about that next. But right now, make sure that this is always maxed for whatever account limit that you're at. So the next thing we can talk about is actual farming and gold. Now, what I did the past 2 days to make sure that I had, you know, the ranks and the levels is I did 3-8 in the map, and then the next place I went that I found that was fast for the time was hard 1-8. Hard 1-8 is also the quest for today, but I found that to be really fast and it gives more experience than 3-8. So if just in case you can't do hard 1-8, then you need to actually farm somewhere, and you actually do need to farm that for the quest. And if you just want to expend all your Eon for the day and then go away until reset, then 1-8 is perfect for that because you get a lot of stuff. You can send stuff for Affinity, and it's just great all the way around. Next thing up that we are going to talk about is Mind Summon. So I actually built up enough from like getting rid of crap monsters and people that I felt that I wasn't going to use anymore, plus all the rewards. So let's do this and see what we get. Alright, so we got another mana. I have gotten mana before already. Alright, so we're going to do this one again. All right, so we got a Nyx. I believe I have a Nyx already as well. As you can see right here with the lines, you can actually knock stuff out with that too and go across. Alright, so we got another Miho. Don't forget that even if you don't want any of these characters, you can use them in fusion. Like level them up and then fuse them together, and you can just get something else if you if you don't want them. So don't throw them away. Don't scrap them. Ooh, we got the twins. They're kind of cool. I call them Naruto and Sasuke. The twins are cool. Right. I didn't talk. They're cool. I like them. Shadow Hand, what's your special? Curse effect, cause a random curse effect. Is that multiple? What's the ultimate? That's all enemies. That's front first and front first. Alright, so it is multiple if they're in the front. So I guess if they're just there, they're gonna do anyway. Chance to cause panic. I just like them in concept. It's weird though, but in concept, it's a really cool character. Alright, so the next thing that we're gonna talk about, and you actually need to pay attention to, is the lab. So there's very few chances that you're gonna have in the beginning of the game to actually do anything with this, but it's definitely something you should pay attention to because this is where you get your skill books from. So you might as well, you know, just be aware of it. Sometimes you'll have books for stuff like this and you'll be able to craft and things. So just pay attention to it and make sure that whatever you're going to be leveling a skill is a character that you're going to be using for a long period of time. Don't do it just on a waifu because it's a waifu, because you're going to be wasting that. That's not worth it. All right, so next up is training. Now training is not really that hard to understand. Ooh, I got a slot. Let's put the twins there. Just got them there. All training basically is you put them in there, just leave them, and they get EXP over time. You can even level it up if you want to, if you have enough, but I wouldn't worry about doing that. So yeah. All right, so the last thing I will show you, because I don't want this to be too long. Oh, exploration. I wasn't going to show you this, but you should definitely pay attention to the exploration too, because it just gives you free stuff. Let's claim it. Claim, thank you. As you can see right there, we'll claim. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do this one. Let's send a friend. All right, so let's put this here, knock it out. All right, so we knocked this out as well. All right, so the last thing that we have right here is in the missions. If you go to reoccurring, the bae that we see all the time in the screen is Wei Wei, and she's one of the better characters in the game right now. In order to grind her out, you need to do NPC quests. You need to do 100 of them. It's going to take you some time to actually do that, and you need to open up as many of the hard modes as you can do. So you can probably open up around maybe up to the 4th world before that's going to be a little bit daunting for you to do the 5th world on hard. So maybe you can get like 8 a day, which will knock it down to being like maybe between 10 to 16 days, and then you get Wei Wei, which is actually pretty good, because the more you open up, the quicker that this is going to go about, and you'll be able to get more pieces of her, and just go ahead and actually, you know, get this character and get it, you know, maxed out. This is a super strong character, very good and very much worth going after. So that's just something to put out there for you. So the last thing that we're going to do, because this video ended up being longer than I wanted to be, but I just wanted all this stuff to be in one place. So if you want it, you can just come see it, because it's annoying to have majority of this stuff is all split up through like literally like 10 different YouTubers and on the Discord and on the Reddit, and I was like, bruh, like, this is, why can't somebody just make like one solid video? So I'll do it. Let's go in. All right. Also, though, one other thing, FG3000 got a promo code. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link his video because I would like him to get credit for the promo code and, you know, support his video for that. So I'm gonna link that video if you have not seen that video, and you can go on his, at least go to the video and give him a like for it. Don't be cheap. And his code gives 100 gems and 3 summons, which you see I have them up right now. So, you know, click the link and go head over there and give him some, you know, credit for that. All right. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so this is a blue. We don't need that. All right, another blue. We don't need that. All right, so now we got 4 big ones. Let's see what happens if we get some goodies. Alrighty, let's hit that open all. Alright, this is like the 4th time I got you. Alright, so I definitely got Lisa Rose before. Alright, second one. Alright, so we only got 1 this time. Like I said, I don't think I'm gonna summon like this anymore. I'm thinking about doing like the selective summon again. Alright, so we got 1 more again. Alright, so we got Nyx again. Nyx apparently wants to be down with the crew. And this is the last one. Ooh. Okay. So we gotta let it rock since this happened. Alrighty. So what I always do is I do this by hand, because when something like this happens, really? Why do you keep coming out here? I don't like you. What we got? Wow, I got a dupe of him. That's cool and unfortunate at the same time. Alright. That's the thing. Alright, so like I said, I am actually... Ooh, I might as well just do this. Because I forgot about it. Okay, Twilight Love. Cool. I'm thinking about this because I did the gems. They give you gems every day, that daily, plus the $2.99 one. So I was like, no, I only need 17 more, so I might as well do this. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm thinking about it. But any of these characters right here would be cool to snatch up really quick. But I haven't decided if I want to do that yet. I probably will though. But that's it for this particular video. Again, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. All links will be in the description, and the link to FG's video will be in the description too if you want to get those that promo code from his video. Later, peace.